Hi everyone, Joel here again, and this is part 2 of my Adobe Capture project. This is where we use Adobe Sketch and bring in a custom brush that we made in the previous movie using Adobe Capture and just do a simple little sketch. So let's start up Adobe Sketch here. And we'll press plus to get a new sketch started. Okay, so I've got all these different options here I've got a pencil and a fine pen and a marker and different kinds of instruments here, but I can press and hold on one of these and I get lots of other different options that you can use. But actually what I want is the custom brush, the one that I made in Adobe Capture. So where that little arrow is, just to the left of where it says sketch brushes, I'm going to tap. And now I've got access to my different libraries, and only actually access to the libraries that have brushes in them. I want to go to my Confessions library here, and here you can see Sandstone. That is the brush that I created. And you can see it looks like a fairly thick brush. Let's give it a go. Alright, there we go. That's what we saw. So I'm actually going to press the undo button here, and I'm going to tap it to reduce the size. And really changing the color doesn't matter because it was an RGB, it was a color brush, so that's sort of on purpose. I don't think changing the color will do much. So let's just tap that out of the way and let's start sketching something. So I might do some, I don't know, doing some waves on a beach, and I might thicken it up now and really just create some sand over here. Bring it down a bit to the sun. Like that. Let's try changing the color and see if it does anything. Well, it does. It gives it a hue. Okay, so let's change it to blue. Make it as, change it to blue. Make it as thick as we can. And let's just nicely color in the thing here. I might go over the sun and do the sun again on top. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just demonstrating, really. I'll create a new layer and put the sun on top. Changing that to a nice yellow. Make the brush down a bit. Putting that on top. Really filling it in. Maybe a bit thicker than that. Really filling it in like this. Something like that. I will happily admit this is not my best work. I'm just sort of doing this on demonstration, but you get the idea of what you can do. Alright, so that's my sketch, and that's how you bring in a custom brush. Okay, so the last thing to do is to save this picture, and I can click on the share button here, and there's a few different options. If I share it as an image, I can save it to my camera roll. I could save it to my Creative Cloud files as a PSD, or I could save it to my Adobe desktop apps, and that's really cool. So I can tap on this, and then I'm going to tap on Photoshop. And what that's going to do is on my computer, that's going to start up Photoshop because my computer and my iPad are signed into the same account, and it will open up Photoshop and open this file in Photoshop. So see the next movie to see how that works. Thanks very much for listening.